Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Ford Maverick. This is an XLT with the Tremor off-road package. It's also finished off in Azure Gray Metallic, and it has an MSRP just over $37,000. So we have a very capable, smaller size truck that definitely has a lot to offer. So we'll start off underneath the hood, where this has the 2-liter EcoBoost inline 4-cylinder. This is paired to the 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 250 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. Now that power is sent through the full-time all-wheel drive system, propelling this almost 3,900 pound pickup from 0 to 60 in 7.4 seconds. It has a top speed of 110 miles an hour. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 20 miles per gallon in the city and 24 out on the highway. Now with this Tremor package, you get all of the Tremor orange accents. So you'll notice that up front. It's also integrated surrounding the turn signals on both sides, with the rest of the headlight design surrounding that. There's also plenty of cutouts with active grille shutters up top. You'll notice more of the orange for the tow hooks, and then another large cutout down in that lower section. And then a really neat trim accent on both sides of the hood. Fades away as it gets to the lower section of the hood there. So the hood bulges, just the front end gives it a really nice look for this smaller size truck. Now the Tremor also comes with a 1-inch lift. So you have just over 9 inches of ground clearance. There's also the 17-inch wheels with the orange accent, as well as the gray finish there. This has 29-inch tires as well. There's the XLT badge finished off in orange, gloss black for the mirror caps there. And then a really nice design on the side. You'll notice that graphic matches the hood, and it fades away as it gets to the rear end of the vehicle there. There's also some nice indentions front and rear. There's no actual fender flares. We just have these indentions here. Tremor's also located on the side. And then in back, there's LEDs for the lights. There's the backup camera. Maverick is also stamped in the lower section of the tailgate. With the proper towing package, the Maverick can tow up to around 4,000 pounds. It has a payload capacity of 1,500 pounds. Now what's really neat about this Maverick or Tremor is the fact that it has the multi-position tailgate. So let's open this up, where we have just your standard tailgate right now, just to use as needed. But what you can do on both sides is lift the tailgate up slightly. You can pop this lock and then attach it up top. So you do that on both sides, of course, for more stability there. And then you have a flat surface with the wheel wells on both sides. So if you're putting in plywood or something, you can have that nice flat area. I think all pickup trucks should do this just to make it a little bit more functional. And then you can release that safety clip there and lock it back into place. Now you'll notice we have a cargo light along with a 3-prong outlet. There's storage on this other side here. You have tie-down hooks. It's a pretty small bed, obviously for the size of the truck, but it is still very capable as a pickup truck for putting items, odd shapes, whatever you need in the back there. Now as we work our way to the interior, it's a pretty plain door panel, but you'll notice too that we have the floating design for the grab handle. That allows you to put in taller drinks, which is nice. A little bit of storage in front of that too. And then on the interior, more of that orange stitching is carried in. Now, you also have a release on both sides, so you can flip up the entire base, lock it up, and you have additional hidden storage space. For the size of this truck, it's very nice to have all of that storage. And then at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's also some auxiliaries. I have 2 or 3 inches of headroom, which is fantastic for the sizing. You get the armrest with cup holders here, a fixed rear glass, and there's also speakers up on that pillar there. So surprisingly, I could have 2 other people in the back and really not be that crammed. Now up front, you'll notice lock and unlock, the mirror adjustments along with your window controls, and then more storage down below. And then you have the power operating front seats with Tremor in the upper section. Now as we hop into the Maverick, this does not have a push button. So we have the old school turn key, putting it in on the right side there. We can bring this to life where we have the leather steering wheel, cruise control settings on this left side along with volume. You have Bluetooth and tuning, and then these arrows to go through the digital screen. Now on both sides, there's the analog gauges for your tach and miles per hour. And then you can scroll through a little bit of info using this scrolling control. And then if you push on menu, you can deep dive into these a little bit more. So you have various settings, even your trailer sway control that you can get into, and your display setup. So that's about it, but it's very helpful to have. Now you have a cargo light, as well as all of your headlight adjustments and dimmer switches. There's one air vent, Get a little bit of storage up top, and then we have this smaller screen here with storage on the right side. Now for the 25-year model, you will get a much larger screen. In the lower section, this is pretty much all you get. You have a bunch of settings here, you have a few apps, you have your phone and audio. So it's pretty simple and straightforward, but at least you can hook up your phone and go through all of that. Now you have your volume and tuning, a few other adjustments for the audio, engine start stop, and then you can even turn that upper screen off if you would like to. You have air vents, your fan speed and temperature. You'll notice that they will adjust on the upper screen here too, which is nice to see. You have where you'd like the air to go, heated seats, heated steering wheel, a few defrosters too, more auxiliaries and storage in the lower section, as well as cup holders, more storage here. If we rotate this dial clockwise, we can put this into reverse, and then you have drive, low range gear, and then park. Behind that is the e-brake, and then there's the auto hold. There's a locking rear diff. You have a four-wheel drive lock. There's also the trail control, traction control, and then your different driving modes. So by going through those, there's normal, tow and haul, slippery, there's mud and ruts, sand, and then you have the normal setting there again. So just depending on how you need to drive this. You have more storage in the armrest, as well as in the glove box there. And then your rear view, dome lights, and a sunglass holder too. And then here's a look at visibility. With the glass being right here, it's very easy to see. So you really don't have any blind spots for this smaller truck. And so let's give it another acceleration. And we're up to speed. It doesn't seem to struggle or anything. So again, for its smaller size, I think it has a good amount of power. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Ford Maverick. With the XLT and then the Tremor package, you have quite a lot. Now it's more of a basic vehicle, you know, for its pricing. These start just under $30,000. So we have one that's getting closer to $40,000, fully loaded with the package and everything like that. It's a pretty simple vehicle, you know, turnkey, not a whole lot in the screen. So if you're just looking for a basic vehicle, not everyone wants all the fancy tech, bells and whistles, things like that. It's what you would expect, and it gives you your creature comforts so that you can drive this. And then, like I mentioned earlier, it's a really comfortable ride. So if you're looking for just a smooth vehicle, something that's really easy to maneuver as well, with its smaller size, it feels like a crossover SUV. It's going to be a little bit longer, but as far as like the seating position goes and your visibility, it's basically like a smaller size vehicle, like one we have coming through the intersection here. So it gives you that vibe. If you're not looking for a big truck, you don't want to be intimidated by the size, maybe you have to parallel park, things like that. It's just going to be a little bit better of what I'll say a city pickup truck. If you're doing a lot of errands, running around, things like that, and you don't need a larger vehicle, it's going to fit in a lot more garage spaces, things like that. I can see the appeal to it. Now that we have the 1-inch lift, you could take it off the pavement. You have some of the off-roading capabilities, not maybe the most off-road focused compared to like a Bronco or some taller pickup trucks, you know, that will have a lot more ground clearance. But it's something that if you have to take it, maybe hunting, that's why you want to use the bed, put some items in the back. You have the capabilities to at least take it off the pavement and do activities like that. As far as the turning radius goes, like I said, we don't even have to back up. That's pretty impressive. Most larger pickup trucks, I would have had to back up and reset. So it's a good size. It offers a lot for the money and for the package. That's going to wrap it up for the 2024 Ford Maverick with the Tremor off-road package. Once again, huge shout out to Mooresville Ford for providing this vehicle for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.